because I'm really trying to do both of them right now so that I could do 11 and be done with it. Because even though I'm late, I still wanted to follow through, right? So what's up? How you doing, Ray of Sunshines? I am your girl Talisa Ray, and we are reviewing Ready to Love, Make a Move, episode number 11, season 1. This is the beginning of the end. Child, it probably could have been over a long time ago. Well, we start off and the group is together doing their group talk before the mixer. And honey, Zadia don't like being on the other side of the mean girl. She don't like the feeling for the mean girl energy to be directed to her. Because she over here tattling on Sharice, talking about Sharice called her a bitch. Called her a bully. Zadia called Sharice a bully. Zadia, you playing the victim now? Listen, both of y'all had the same kind of mean girl energy, and I was really expecting y'all to be the drama the whole season long, but you did only 2 episodes, and so that I'm gonna give you kudos for that. I wrote down they was cool up until that 7 a.m. wake up call and the back and forth between there, and then that little bit of time in between. Like they, you know, like you don't have to like me, you ain't gotta fool with me, but just respect me. And that's on both sides. That's probably what I would have said. And after I've given you that little bit of like, hey, okay, so we don't see eye to eye, so let's just be cordial and exist in the same space together. Like, we ain't gotta be kiki haha friends. But then after that, after I've given you that little spiel, if you come for me again, I would probably be that girl. Okay, I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Sharice says, oh, you've never called me no names. You know, they go back and forth a little bit. Y'all saw it. And I'm just all like, it's too much. Okay, it's too much. The mean girl don't like it when it's pointed at her. That's how I feel. Sharice stands 10 toes down in her energy. Okay, it's just what it is. So we're at the mixer. It's time to determine if you're gonna keep the keepers. Okay, pretty much they all keep the keepers no matter what the situation is. They all end up keeping the keepers, but just for good measure, let's talk about it a little bit. I wrote down, I have the outfit that Ashley had on. She had it on in orange. It was shorts with some like little feathers and a top. I have it in green because I was gonna be a sunflower for Halloween, this past Halloween. And I was gonna wear that as the bottom, but it wasn't sexy enough, okay? Zadia shares with Cameron that she doesn't want to force anything because right now, you know, she's teeter-tottering between her heart and her mind. You know, she doesn't want to be in another situationship. You know, her heart is pulling towards him, but her mind is saying you're setting yourself up for failure. And honestly, in this instant, she probably should go with her mind and not with her heart. And the heart she's speaking with is probably below the belt, okay? She should probably go with her mind and listen to the red flags that he has been given. And they aren't even really red flags. If we keep it a band, the man has been honest with her. He just has not had enough guts to say he needed to walk away. He wants to be the good guy in this instance. Just say it. I don't have the space. I really like you and I'm leading you on. Like, okay, maybe not say I'm leading you on, but y'all know he leading her on. Nevertheless, we see Ashley and she's talking to Don, and I feel like her delivery this time is a lot better. She still has very, definitely not reserved, but pent up energy, pent up hostility and animosity. However, the way she's delivering it now, she should have done that the night before and it would have been a lot better for her and Donald. It would have been expressed better. I wrote down, she's so pretty, but she needs some healing. I really did. Also, I wrote something about him, but I guess I didn't, because he took accountability and said that he would work on it. But what accountability did she take? And that's the only other thing that I am not liking about this process. Like, a lot of the men are taking accountability and addressing the things that the women are saying as it relates to communication, as it relates to time, as it relates to speaking up and and protecting. But the women are not really being held accountable for what they need to do. And maybe that's just me and the way that I'm seeing it, because I hold myself accountable for a lot of stuff, probably more than I should. Nevertheless, I feel like the women aren't being held accountable. All I wrote down for Sharice and Maurice was that she keeps him. So when we look at Vernisha, when she speaks to Tabari, she talks about her concern is lack of communication. Another woman that is used to a man being on her heels, coming after you, chasing after you. I want to be with you. I mean, and that's big for women that are, quotation marks, traditional. She wants him to come after her, but like I said before, communication is two ways. And it is hard sometimes for people that are Gen Xers to come out of the frame that says, well, if he's not coming for me, he doesn't want me. You know, he needs to show up and show me that he wants me. Like that's the energy that I get from Vernisha. And I don't think that there's anything wrong with that. But I mean, give a little. Give a little. If he's giving a little, you give a little too. It's hard to get untrained from that thought process. But her issue is if he's not reaching out to me now and we're in Louisiana, I'm on his turf. When I'm back home at Texas and we have all this distance, what about then? What about FaceTimes and text messages and calls and all of that? These women probably want to hear from him every single day. They ain't got nothing to do. They ain't got nothing to do but be in the house and wait on these men to reach out and go out on dates with them. I'm keeping it in band, so maybe that's why it feels like I'm just waiting for him to reach out, to talk to me. He's busy, because he's still going to work, ma'am. Because he's still got other things happening in his life. But I also understand what she's saying. How is that going to work? Maybe you guys figure out a communication schedule. On Wednesdays, we talk and we have date night on the phone, right? Me and one of my long distance partners, we're not together anymore, but we would schedule Wednesday and we talk for like 3 hours, right? Long distance is hard and you have to be intentional about that space and making the relationship work, because you are not in each other's face in person, right? So then we see, I wrote Ashley and Donald. Because we just finished Ashley and Donald. That's why it feels like I talked about them already, but I didn't. I wrote again what I said before, which is that she needs to be protected, but she keeps him around. Here's where I wrote down, she also needs to do the work on the things that he mentioned, which is her approach, her urban girl energy, and the way she expresses herself. This time the men have to plan out the dates, and the women need to communicate how the journey will end. So Tabari takes Vernisha on a tour to show her the city, you know, so that he can entice her with how beautiful the city is, so that she will want to come back. I wrote down that dress she had on is horrible, okay? I don't know, I follow her on Instagram, and on one of her things she was like, I can't dress weird. You know, she had some shorts on and some boots and a shirt or something, some kind of sweater or whatever. And I was thinking to myself, they were talking about this dress. I don't know if they were talking about everything, but they were definitely talking about this dress, Vern girl. This dress, please put it in the Goodwill box. Use it to make a headscarf. I don't know. I don't like this dress, but that's just me. That's just me. And people probably feel away because she does wear a lot of bodycon. Well, she's got body yaddy yaddy, and why not? People be mad. People be mad. Some of y'all be in the comments like, she don't have to be. It's her body. She can do whatever she wants. She can do whatever she wants, okay? Listen, because y'all gonna be sick of me, okay? Y'all gonna be sick of me. If I had a flat stomach and my boobs was perky, y'all be talking about, Talisa, why is you sitting there with your bikini top on? Because I'm gonna get some extra money on this. After this, I'm doing my OnlyFans video. I'm just kidding. Or am I? King Royal's over here listening, and he's like, he won't fight. Then they had one of the most controversy conversations that most people have, and that was at the table. Salt and pepper or sugar in your grits, sweet or savory? I'm asking y'all. Let me know down below in the comments, because why not? Salt and pepper, okay? Sugar don't go in grits. Salt and pepper. Salt and pepper. Oh, and then I wrote down, I don't know how much of her personality we've really seen. She is actually kind of reserved, not quiet, but definitely like laid back. We don't really see a lot, but we can tell you that she is a class act. Then we see Charisse and Maurice. They go on a horseback ride, and I think that's cute. I haven't been horseback riding since I was a young pup, okay? Then they have a cute little outdoor romantic picnic, which is lovely. Swoon for her. And she, you know, is having a hard time like the rest of them about her decision. And he's the only one that actually has reassured her that it would work. He's the only one that has said, we will figure it out. You know, because she's like, I have a lot going on in Florida. My mom is in Florida. I miss my dog, my businesses. And he said it all doesn't have to happen in one full swoop. She talks about how she's been in long distance relationships before, and they just didn't pan out or didn't work out. And so, you know, she even cries a little bit. But I commend him for telling her it's not a rush. It's a little by little by little, right? I appreciate that personally. He's the only one for me that reassures the person or reassures the lady that we're gonna make it work, that it's gonna be okay. Oh, I wrote down, she said the reality is she feels too old to keep having to start over. You know, she don't have no kids. I don't think she's ever been married, right? So it feels like a lot having to start over. But girl, that's okay, because people getting married for the first time at 52. You know what I'm saying? Like, you see it all over the social medias. At least I do, because, you know, this is my age group. And, you know, it's happening for people all of the time. And so I don't want her to give up. And she's definitely not going to lower her standards so that she could get a man like a lot of people do. So I just say stick it out. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen for her, and it'll be the right person. That goes for anybody who feels like, is it too late? When is it gonna be my turn? I want to be in a loving, happy, healthy, successful relationship. Continue to do the work on yourself, and that relationship will eventually show up, no matter how long or short it is. And when it's there, live in the moment. Swallow hard, because I'm talking to me while I talk to you. Because I've experienced love in varying degrees. And the one thing I can say is, when you live in the moment, you enjoy it more. When you step out of that moment and you worry about all the other things, the shit goes to hell. Live in the moment. Continue to love on yourself. I promise you, the right people will come into your life. I promise you that. Just continue to do the work on yourself. Keep loving on yourself, because you know I'm a self-love advocate. Keep doing that. And the right people will always gravitate to you. Okay? Okay. We moving on. We see Ashley and Donald, and they go ziplining. And baby, when I tell you I felt her spirit about being 60 feet up off the ground, having to go through it, but she braved through it. She braved through it, and she did it. Okay? Listen, I commend her for that. And he had a really good time. Let me see. He said he thinks it's a challenge. He thinks that it's a challenge that they need. And I wrote down, but does she feel safe? And is he reassuring her? And I also wrote down, I do enjoy adventures with black men, okay? Because the white men, though I don't date them, are very much so adventurous. But when a black man is adventurous and is willing to do things and help me come out of my comfort zone, because low-key in my spirit, I'm adventurous, I love it. So I was really excited. I was really excited for her. in this moment. Like, go ahead and be adventurous and do the zip lining and step outside of your comfort zone, because it actually is a learning tool too. It is a growth experience when you face fears, because the one thing about me is I'm not gonna let nothing scare me. I can be afraid all in my spirit, but I'm not gonna let it. You're not about to conquer me. I'm gonna conquer you. I'm low-key scared of heights, but you ain't finna tell me that I can't do the things that I want to do. I'm gonna do them scared. It's just what it is. I'm gonna do them scared. Anyway, let's keep going. So Zadia and Cam, and since he's a photographer and has a photography business on the side, he does a little photo shoot with her, which is super cute. So they go and they sit down and they begin to eat. During the conversation, I always feel like she always asks the right questions. She just doesn't listen to the answers that he provides her, because again, or maybe she doesn't listen to the answers that he provides her. It's the answers he's given are not the ones that she wants to hear. She wants him to say, I want things to work out. I want us to move forward, but that's not who he is. He shares with her that he does not want anything serious or to have any pressure. And she over there looking like lost, confused, dazed, in a maze. He's been saying this the whole time, that he doesn't want, I don't know if he said it this plain, he does not want anything serious and does not want to have any pressure. No pressure bust pipes over here. Okay? This is not what he wants. He does not want a continued long distance relationship. Hey friend, like, I don't know how many times a person has to say it, and because she's got her rose colored glasses on, she doesn't hear it, doesn't see it, just sees what she wants. That's why her heart and her head are conflicted, because her head is saying, girl, run, but her heart is saying, this feels good in the moment. She said it to herself. She said it to us too. I wrote down, the man has consistently been saying, I am not ready. In varying forms, I am not ready. I'm focused on my job. I'm focused on making money. I'm focused on building an empire, so that when I'm ready for a romantic commitment, my wife can do X, Y, and Z, and she doesn't have to do, A, B, and C. He's been consistently giving the same message that she has not been receiving. I commend her for saying she doesn't have complete trust in herself. What he's been saying to you is is the reason you don't have complete trust in yourself. It's not you don't have trust in yourself. The words that he's giving, and it feels conflicting, like you guys are seeing each other every night, is what Sharisa said, okay? And so he's spending this time with you, making you think that this is something that he wants, but his words are saying, I don't want this. So for you, you're conflicted. Because if you have been intimate with him and you guys have intertwined spiritually, because that is a spiritual connection that ends up happening, and then he's vocalizing, I can't, I don't, I won't, I will not, you know what I'm saying? I do not like green eggs and ham. If he is saying that, but it's still digging on you, ma'am, that's why you're confused. He's giving you a conflicted message, and unfortunately, you've bought into it. So they all get back together, okay? And Sharice talks about her concerns with a long distance relationship. Vernisha says she wants more communication, right? And she says a man will change for you on his own, right? Which is absolutely true. But I feel like this man has been making progress towards. It's not gonna happen overnight. Nothing happens overnight, nothing. If he's making progress towards, then give him a chance to date you from a distance. Let him see. If he's telling you he's gonna make the difference, make the change, then let him show you. Don't cut him off right away. At least that's how I see. But she low-key want him to stalk her. Wants her to be on top. Like, hey, how you doing? Where you at? What you doing? All day long. Too much. When she gets back home, it's gonna be too much for her too. Like, she gonna be like, I got too many other things to do. My life is going. I don't know, child. Zadia talks about the internal conflict between her heart and her head and not wanting to be in a situationship. Then girl, don't. Okay, say no. Say I've had a good time. This was great. I learned a little more about myself. Okay. Ashley says that she saw a different side of Don, a more fun and relaxed side of Don. She saw Black Boy Joy. She saw Black Boy Joy. It is one of my most favorite things to see. Woo! Where'd that emotion come from? It is one of my most favorite things to see when I see black men enjoying their lives and smiling and having a good time. It is the most attractive thing to me. Okay, so now it's time for the mixer. And Tamika, the matchmaker, tells them if you are keeping them, you have to share with them what that means. Does that mean you're moving to Louisiana? Does that mean you guys are going to continue your friendship? Are you going to continue to work towards having a relationship? What does that mean? And then she goes on to say, today, you are in control of your happiness. And I want to tell you the truth. Every day, you are in control of your happiness. You are always in control of your happiness. That's it. It's not temporary. It's not sometimes. It is all the time. I am your girl, Talisa Ray. Thank you so much for watching my review of Ready to Love, Make a Move. If it is your first time visiting my channel, go ahead and click the subscribe button and become a ray of sunshine. Right next to that is the notification bell. You will need to click it so you're alerted of the videos I upload when I do. Lastly, go ahead and give this video a thumbs up because you like me and I will know that it is real. Know that I love you in real life and I want every good thing that God has in store for you, even if you don't know what that is for yourself. Hugs and kisses and lots of love. I will see you on the next review.